Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm doing a review of this pen. This is the Caran, as you might be able to see just down there behind the clip. This is the 849 fountain pen. Now this has been out on the market for quite a while, and I've not looked at it until recently. I've been using it now for the last couple of weeks, and I have to say I really enjoy this pen for a number of reasons, but I also think that, it's not going to be for everyone. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about the parts and features, all that kind of stuff, do a writing sample, and then talk about some pros and cons. So let's start at the top of the pen, and we get the Caran sort of logo there. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up, a bit reflective in the slightly domed silver or chrome end of the pen. The pen has a nice, sort of faceted body all the way down from the top of the cap to the end of the pen, and it's pretty straight across from there. It's got this sort of snapped on clip over the top. It says Swiss made there, and then Caran under the clip and on the underside of the clip. The cap is a snap cap, but it's got a bit of give sort of against the body, and then on the end of the pen we get another chrome colored dome. As I said, it is a snap cap, and that snap is quite secure, like it's not going anywhere, it's just sort of loose on the body. You get a pretty decent sized step down there off the barrel onto a very narrow section, and this sort of quite unique nib with the Caran logo on it there. It is a standard international cartridge converter. I just have the cartridge that came with the pen. No converter was provided. You can see on the cartridge there, it is labeled as Caran and there, idyllic blue. It's a lovely ink. You can use a standard international converter in this pen as well, and I will be swapping out to that when I'm done. The pen is, generally speaking, well made. It's got a nice sort of weight to it, and it comes in a range of different colors and nib sizes depending on your retailer. I got this nice blue version. It ties in well with my personal taste. So yeah, that's the basics of this pen. Quick little insert here just to show that this fountain pen is very clearly, or it is absolutely modeled off the 849 ballpoint pen, which is a really well-known and well-respected ballpoint pen from Caran, and it's got the same lines, the same sort of style, clip, facets, all those kinds of things, and it's a general aesthetic that I find actually very, very nice. Size comparison here with the Lamy Safari. You see it's not far off the length. It's actually probably a smidge longer there, but it is considerably more narrow. And that narrowness is definitely highlighted when you see them uncapped. The narrowness of that Caran section is quite remarkable. Posted, once again, the Caran comes out longer. It's a good length pen posted, probably to my taste even a little too long. I prefer to write with this pen unposted myself. The dimensions of the Caran 849 are 142 millimeters when it is capped. It's 123 when it's uncapped. So as I said, it's a decent enough length, and it comes out at 177 when it is posted. And while it posts securely, it stays on. It's not like it doesn't click into place or anything, and you can feel just a little bit of wobble on the end there, and it is a little bit back weighted because a lot of the weight is in the back of the cap there. The section is around 7.5 millimeters, and around the body of the pen is about 10.5. So it is on the slimmer side, particularly that very narrow section. The entire pen weighs 19 grams, so it's got a nice weight, 12 in the body and 7 in the cap. As I said, I prefer to write with this pen unposted. It's just better balanced in my opinion that way. It's not too long, it's nice enough length, but also the weight feels better. Now in Australia, the Caran 849 fountain pen retails for between $115 and $120 from a couple of retailers. Not an inexpensive pen. When you think that this is kind of no more than an entry-level pen, it's more than double the price of a Lamy Safari. In the US, it retails for $55 to $60, which once again puts it in a much higher price point. And that conversion rate doesn't add up either, but we all know that there's a little bit of extra expense getting stuff into Australia. Okay, time for a quick writing sample now with the Caran 849. This is a fine nib, and it's a fairly, I'd say it's a very European fine, shall we say. And the ink in this is from Caran. and it is idyllic blue. Very pretty ink. Very, very nice royal blue. Almost on the slightly purple side. I really, really enjoy it. There's something sort of, I don't know, old schooly about it or something. I can't quite put my finger on it. Let's do some writing. Okay, there's a little bit of feedback here, and I quite like it. It's a nice sort of smooth feedback, and it's not super dry, so it makes for a rather pleasant writing experience in terms of the nib on the page. But there are some things about this pen I don't love, which I'll come back to in a second. Reverse writing is doable. Flex writing, not so much. It's definitely not a flexy nib. Some people used to report these were sort of bouncy, and you can sort of see it's like a tiny bit of bounce there just on the nib, but you're not getting any line variation. It's not soft, nothing like that. Quick writing. Not a concern here at all. This is a really well made pen with a good nib, decent sort of tuning, all of that kind of stuff. It writes well, it writes smooth, it writes reliably. Nice everyday carry pen perhaps, but let's talk about some pros and cons. Okay, starting with the cons today. Firstly, the posting. Two things about the posting. Firstly, it's not the most secure posting. Like you can see, it sort of moves around a bit on there. I don't love that. And also it adds a lot of back weight to the pen as well, which makes it not the best balance, much better unposted. It is a super slim section and it's a light section. So you don't have any heft in your fingers. I find myself holding it back almost on the barrel of the pen at times to get both a bit more distance, but also a little bit more girth under my fingers. So yeah, very, very slim section and a big step down off it. And you do feel that. So it's not going to be for everyone. Absolutely the case. Also, no converter. Come on. 115 Australian, 120 Australian dollars. It should come with a converter. So I've spoken about this a lot. A lot of us have. Let's just get that happening. Okay. Pros though. I really like the nib. It's a really nice writing nib. I like that pencil-y feedback. I really enjoy the faceted design, and that carries across from my enjoyment of the 849 ballpoint as well, which I use as sort of like one of my everyday carry pens for work. It's good. It's got nice looks about it. It's got a nice sort of sharp line. I enjoy that. I think it's a beautiful pen for what it is. It's not classically beautiful. Let's say like a Pilot 848 23 or something like that, but it's got some nice elements about it. I don't mind the feel of the pen when I hold it on the barrel. A couple of fingers there around there. Yes, you do feel the grip, the step down, sorry, but it makes it a relatively comfortable grip, and I can get away with it like that, and it's quite comfortable, balanced well, and it feels nice to write with. The pen is also quite light. In this format, 12 grams. For some people, that would be too light, but I find it very comfortable. I find it, there's no fatigue, there's no issues with, ink starvation or anything like that. So you can write for a relatively long period with this pen. It's got a lot going for it. Is it perfect? No. Is it worth the money? Well, that is going to be up to you. I think it's slightly, let's say it's slightly overpriced for what you're getting, but it is not a mass-produced, what is mass-produced, but like it's not like a cheap eBay, pen. It is made by Caran, which is a luxury brand, and this is their sort of entry level, and they make expensive pencils and expensive everything else. So it is what they do. So you are getting something quite nice, and it is iconically Caran. Like everything about this screams Caran. So that's what you're getting. So I hope you found this video about the Caran 849 fountain pen to be interesting and useful. Please like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, all that kind of stuff. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, or if there's a way you'd like to support the channel, I would love to hear from you. In the meantime, enjoy your pens, enjoy writing, and I'll talk to you soon.